Howdy, my name is Jimmy Tatom. I am working towards my master's in education and educational technology leadership from Lamar University. I am the information technology manager, engineering teacher, and STEM coordinator at the Harmony Science Academy of Beaumont in Beaumont, Texas. This is my leading video, and considering this is a technology program, I decided to hold this meeting online to model the effective use of technology and time for the staff. Several of the participants are also participants of my action research project. However, a couple of those are not. I only mention this because my action research is about effective and relevant technology professional development, which is directly related to our meeting. As I have worked with my teachers earlier in the year with this product, we will be using Google Hangouts for our online meeting. For those that have not used it before, it is an easy to use, free, and you can record your meetings if you want to. This meeting will take place after school and after the school programs have concluded. It will start at around 5:30 so as not to interfere with any other duties of the staff. Several of our teachers will be participating from home, while a few have stated that they will remain on campus and work from their classrooms. I will be the only one using the audio-video feature of the Google Hangouts. The other participants will be able to hear and see, but they will be participating through the group chat box. This will give me a log to use to compile and analyze to present to the administration team later. First, I'd like to welcome everyone who's already in the meeting. It looks like we're still waiting on a couple of people to join us. It's a couple of minutes. Well, it's actually 5:30 right now. We'll give them a couple of minutes to go ahead and join in with us. Did anybody have any trouble getting logged in and connected to our Google Hangouts? Excellent. Appears no. Okay, there's somebody else just showed up. Great. So and there's another. So we're only missing one more person who is supposed to be here. Miss Cortez was the only one that we're still missing. It's 5:32. So why don't we say? Oh, look. There she is. She's logged in now also. Great. Okay, so 5:32. We're going to go ahead and get started, I guess. Good afternoon, ladies. Glad that you took the time out to meet with me this afternoon. I wanted to try this format. I know those of you that have worked with me on my action research project or used to the Google Hangouts. We did a training over this and have used this a couple of times. It's worked really well for us. I hope those that you seem to like it. That's the reason I wanted to do it this way. Those of you that have not used the Google Hangouts before, I want to get your feedback after this is over with to see how you like it as well. Hopefully you do. I think this is a great time saver. I know several of you are at home right now, so that's a good positive thing to being able to do it this way. You can go ahead and go home. We can hold our meeting. As soon as it's over with, you can go on about your merry way and keep doing what you're doing. A good thing about using Google Hangouts like this, and that's one reason we did one of these professional developments, was that you can do Google Hangouts over your phone, tablet, on the road, anywhere. Works great. So, as a side note, that's something that y'all can consider and keep in mind for future reference. Let's see. Hopefully we're going to try to keep this relatively short and sweet. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you are very busy. We have Ms. Harris, Ms. Bill, Ms. Nelson, Ms. Lytle, Ms. Kirk, Ms. Cortez in our meeting today. As a reminder, this is a focus group. We're going to be talking about the district and campus use of effective and relevant use of professional development and how that leads to your growth as an educator and what's the importance of that. How does that play out in the grand scheme of things? So I'm going to lead y'all off with some questions, and you can type in your chat box and I'll let y'all discuss amongst yourselves. I'll just be here more as a proctor to try to guide you along. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those. Put them in the text box. Just you make a note. This to me. I'm going to be sitting here reading the chat questions while you're typing and reading y'all's discussion and what you're posting. After all of this is over, I'm going to take and compile all of your feedback that you give me throughout this process, and we're going to present this to the administration team and see if we can't make some effective change in our professional development. Show them how we feel about, hopefully the importance of professional development. I'm sure that's the way this is going to end up. Hopefully that does. It may not be the case. You may surprise me. I think most people feel that it is important for the growth of the educator, but we'll see with the end how everything points to. So let's get started here. So as you all know, depending on your subject area, the first week of August, which is will be coming up, and when school starts. So I guess we're in April now, so you're still a few months away. But that'll bring us back to school. It means we've got district professional development at central office in Houston, to which we'll all be down there, to 3 to 5 days, depending on our subject area. Then the rest of the time we'll be back here on campus, and then following up after that, the next week we'll be on campus for our own professional development, our campus-based professional development. So I guess the first question to get us going in this direction is about the district-wide professional development days. Do you feel that you get the most out of your time spent in those trainings? How do you feel that those work towards your overall goal of being an effective educator? Is it worth time well spent? Is it worth going down there and spending those 3, 4, 5 days? Does it make you a better educator throughout the year? So if y'all could just start typing your responses in, and we'll see where this is going to lead. If you have any questions about it, feel free to type those in there as well. Like I said, I'm taking a log of this, so we'll have this chat box up, and I can scroll back through later to check it out. I'm seeing some good responses here. Excellent. I understand. Yes. Yes. The best thing about this is if you'll keep your answers instead of short. The shorter the better. If you want to do a long narrative, then that's quite acceptable. Just know that it's all going to pop up there at once, so other people are going to be typing in there. But if you just have a short thing that you want to type in, and then you can expand on that later, that would be great as well, and you can note that in there. And I see that Yeah, 3 to 5 days is, I understand for most of you, I see 3 to 5 days is entirely too long to be down there for training, especially, okay, because several of you have had training during the summer where you've been gone, and because we are not local, because we do drive from Beaumont to Houston. Yes, yes. So because we either have to drive in every day, which is a 2 hour trip there and a 2 hour trip back, and traffic. We either have to drive in every day or we get put up in a hotel, so we're away from family and stuff for those 3 to 5 days. And that's a lot at one time, considering we've already done stuff through the summer. Yes, that time would be better spent on campus. Okay, one of my professional development people has said that they should use Google Hangouts for the training or something similar, because most of the training that goes on during that first week in Houston is stuff that they could participate in their classroom on campus, and there's no reason they have to be local. Excellent. That's a good idea. I can definitely bring that up to the administrative team, to something to think about. I doubt that it will get in for this year, since I'm sure they've already got that. Most of that's probably already planned out, since that's only 6 months away. But maybe for the 17-18 school year, that may be a viable option for some of this. That is excellent. Okay, most of the training is a repeat from the last year. So sitting through the same professional development year after year gets tiresome and boring. If it changed, it would be worthwhile. Good point. And I feel the same way. Mine is the same way too a lot of times. We have very little new material presented. It's usually the same stuff regurgitated year after year in our professional developments. And yes, I agree. It is excellent for new teachers, and they definitely need it. Maybe even second year teachers to go through it a second year. But definitely after the second year, and for most after the first year, it's kind of pointless to sit through the same training again and again. Yes, I agree. That is definitely okay. Okay, I like that too. Another response here we have I like the shifting it to still having the training at central office, but shifting to a one-day refresher course for those of us that have been here for a few years. So just do a one-day quick refresher of all the previous trainings, and then have 2 to 4 days of new material trainings that we could maybe ask for, that we could find that would be relevant, that would help us become better educators, that would help us grow. I agree with that as well. I think that would be another very, very nice, viable option for us. So I like that. So not discontinue the workshops. Just shift the focus from a full-blown workshop to a refresher course for the older teachers, and then new materials for the other days. Excellent. I like that. Okay, we've had some great responses there from question 1. Let's move on now. If you have some more in-depth conversations with that, you can go ahead and type those in. But let's go ahead and move on now to the second leading question here. And what other types of trainings? So you've stated that those trainings were not what you needed because you've already had them year after year. So what other types of trainings would you like to see during that first week of August for your professional development, which would help you expand your horizons as an educator, would make you grow professionally? Excellent. Okay. So classroom management, different techniques, the latest techniques, best practices. I like that. Yes, that would be best. Yes, best practices from your peers. Excellent. Because I agree with that because all too often, a lot of times the classroom management is given by your best practices are given by teachers who are in different subjects. And while a lot of things are similar and work the same, there are certain practices because I can tell you from being a technology teacher, my discipline plan is a little different from most other people's because most of the time, all I have to do is mention the fact that okay, you're about to log off the computer and write sentences, and they've got technology related paragraphs that they have to write if they keep misbehaving. They don't want to do that. They would rather be on the computers doing something constructive, even if it means behave normally. So my classroom management plan is a little different than a lot of other teachers. So my best practices would be different from other classrooms. And I see that, and I know it's not a wide range, but yes, I see that. Because yes, that's right. The classroom management is different for each person. Each style of teaching would be different also, but definitely in your own subject area so that you could compare notes to what do you do and best practices within your own subject area would be, and that wouldn't even have to be an all-day training. That could just be even just a half day training, or even just a quarter of a day training, like before morning break, 2 hour training before the morning break part type thing. And that would be beneficial for both new and old teachers. That is very true. Old teachers could impart their wisdom on the new teachers. The new teachers could enlighten the older teachers on new techniques that they've just learned coming fresh out of school. Maybe they've done their student teaching at another campus somewhere where they had some innovative ideas that they could share in the classroom. Yes, that all good ideas. Excellent. Yes. Yes, we are. My campus is, yes, our campus is moving to the PBIS system. Speaking of the PBIS, how many of you are actually going to be participating this summer in creating the PBIS system? I know that Ms. Gregory had sent out an email. Okay, three of you. Okay. Good. I will be as well. I'll be part of that. I'm on the disciplinary board. I will be part of the PBIS team as well. So I guess we'll be seeing on a lot of each other this summer. Yes, and I've already talked to Ms. Gregory this summer about doing some of our meetings online using Google Hangouts. That way we didn't have to come into school. We could do them away from campus. Yes. Excellent. I'm glad you like the Google Hangouts. This is the first time you've used it. And it is. It's very easy to use. Yes. Yes, it is. And it's a very good tool. You can use it in your classroom. It doesn't have to be for meetings. You can use your Google Hangouts in class while you're giving class to have students collaborate, and you can record what you're saying and have the students type in their stuff. Yes, and you can record it like I'm doing, and if you have an absent student, guess what? You can play that back to them. You can give that to them, throw it on a Chromebook, hand it over to them, say, here, watch this. So now it's got you lecturing, it's got all the students' feedback in the group chat box. Everything is there, everything from the entire class. They don't miss anything. So Google Hangouts is an excellent tool. Maybe phase 2 of my action research next year. Maybe you might want to join us, and because I come around, we do lots of professional development, technology training in the classroom, and some of it's even one-on-one. I come around, yes. So excellent opportunity. Now this what we're talking about here today in this meeting is in general professional development. What I do is the technology training, not. Yeah, we're talking about today. We're just talking about professional development in general. Could be technology related, classroom management, PBIS, yes, curriculum, anything that would affect your professional development and your growth as an educator. Excellent, yes. Okay, excellent. Good responses there, guys. All right. Okay, great responses on those, guys. Let's see. Let's move on along. I know we've been in here already longer than I had anticipated to keep y'all, but is it okay if we keep going? Excellent. Okay. I'm here as long as y'all are willing to keep participating. Oh, that's fine with me. Great. Okay. Well. This looks like most of you can stay at least another 30 or 45 minutes. Maybe we won't take that long. Maybe we will. We'll keep moving on along. Really only have about 2 to 3 more questions to go over, so we'll see how that goes. Especially, we're giving some really great responses. My next question is concerning the campus level professional development that we usually have there in the second week of August. After the district level, this will be the training that we get on campus, which is, yes. Ms. Lytle, yes, that is correct. That is the ones that most of our own staff does for us. Ms. Harris, yes, that's yes. That is the ones that the major departments like SPED and ESL hand out. Yes, okay, that is correct. Those are the ones I'm speaking of now. So, how much importance do you place on those trainings that you get during that week to your success during the school year as a teacher? Okay, Ms. Harris, yes. No. Does this only pertain to teaching? No, Ms. Harris. This is it's geared towards teaching, but it includes all aspects of you as an educator, not just the teaching aspect. Yeah, this can cover your extra duties that you need to cover. Right, your ARDs if you have to participate in ARDs. If you're a department chair, did the trainings help you to be a department chair? If you're part of the after-school program, whether you're doing after-school tutorials or after-school clubs or both. Yeah, whatever you can think of. How all of those trainings that we receive during that time, we receive, our policies, procedures is when we get all that stuff over our ESL, SPED, how to check out books from the library, we go over the faculty handbooks. All of that stuff is done during that week. So how does that professional development affect your ability to professionally complete your job as an educator? Yes. Very true. Very true, yes. Ms. Cortez, that is an excellent point. Without those trainings, and I know that they sometimes do get monotonous, and it's the same trainings in general, the same trainings year after year. But many of those trainings are required by the state and our federal government that has to be completed year after year, and you have to sign the paper that says that you've had them and you've been in there with ESL, so that they know that you've heard the policies again and you're fully aware of that you have to do follow the IEPs. You've got to document with the ESL, 504s, all of that. What are our procedures and policies for our GATE kids? All of that stuff is covered during that week. And I know it does get boring and stuff, and most of you don't want to do it, and I trust me, I see you sitting there, not you particularly, but I see teachers sitting there with their laptops or their phones, and they're working on 1,000 different things, and most of what goes on there goes in one ear and out the other, and very few are actually paying attention. And I understand, because it's the same things that you've heard year after year after year, but it really is important because we have to follow those. And I know that most of the time the staff that's presenting those professional developments make it a point to get your attention when there is a major change in something in the law or in a policy, so that you'll kind of perk up and pay attention. Hey, yes, exactly. Yeah, because most of it they're just yes. Yeah, most of the time they're just sitting there in la la land, and then they'll get your attention when there's a major change that they really need you to pay attention on. So I agree completely there that it is kind of boring, but it's one of those necessary evils that we have to do every year. And as an adult, sometimes you have to do things you don't like, and you just grin and bear it and go on. Just know that it'll only last a few hours, and you'll be on to the next good thing. So, but a lot of times the second week on campus, yes, we also cover. Great. Yes, Miss Nelson. Miss Nelson pointed out. Yes, Miss Nelson pointed out too that we also, we do have some small trainings over the student information system, which is the database. We do need more training over that. Unfortunately, they only give me 2 hours, so it's just like quick in and out here. And a lot of times they made substantial changes over the summer to the formatting of it. So, and I only get 2 hours to go over it. Yes, and I would love to have more time. Again, that goes back. If you were in my action research group, we went over part of that. How to disseminate information. Right, how to analyze that, how to download that out of the database, pull it out get it into spreadsheets. Right, we went over that. We had an hour. Well, actually, we were there about an hour and a half. Went over that, how to pull out those reports, how to find the data that we needed, how to analyze it, how to look at it, and how to use it. We did, and I'll be doing that again next year. So if you want to get into phase 2 of my action research next year, feel free. The more the merrier. Yes, I would love to. I'd love to have everybody on campus as part of it. It would be great. Yes, Ms. Nelson. Right. Yes, because everything is in there. Yes, the student records, grade book, attendance, all the class rosters, all of that is part of that grade book. Part of the database training, and it's only 2 hours. I'm going to try this summer sometime to see if they'll let me have some more time. We are supposed to meet in May at some point to go over some of the trainings that we're going to be doing in August. I don't know how much they're going to let me have. Typically, as you all know, typically in the past I've had 2 hours to do that training. And then, of course, they give me 2 hours on the separate day. For some reason, they won't give them to me on the same day. They give me 2 hours on the separate day. Yes, to show you how to scan, right, using the copiers in the lounge. Yes, how to do your printing, how to do your secure printing. Correct. Yeah, so those PDs are really helpful. And again, that goes back to if you were part of my action research, we do all of that. Those that are in here that are part of this, yes, yes, Ms. Cortez, that is an excellent point. That's a good reason to be part of the action research, and it doesn't take up much time. Couple of hours a month, 3 to 4 at the most. Write a little reflection, fill out a survey, and you'll be surprised at what a difference it can make in your classroom. Excuse me. Yes. See. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Day 2 is yes, and like I said, we're meeting in May about our professional development. But day 2 is when we usually go over the student handbook and half day and the staff handbook and other administrative duties. And I feel like that'll probably be the same this year as it was last year and the previous years. Good point. Yes. So okay. Yeah, in general, the things we cover for the staff and student handbooks are what makes the school function. Yes, that is correct. I like the way you put that. Because if we don't know, yes, so those are critical. Knowing the student and staff handbooks are critical aspects of the teaching day. I agree with that, yes. Because that's what makes the school day function. We as teachers need to know the rules, what the students are supposed to do, what we are supposed to do, what's expected of both us and the students. That is correct. And we need to be on top of it. We need to monitor them and make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to. And in order to do that, that's what those PDs are for. And that helps us grow professionally. Yes. So professional development, so what you said, so the professional development, yes, it is very important in all aspects. It is very important. I agree. Yes. Great. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah, a lot of the federal trainings, the sexual harassment and ESL trainings are required. we covered that a little bit earlier, but yes, and you would, yes, and I agree there. You wouldn't think that those are things that would affect you as a teacher, but they really do, because if you're not aware of those things, then and a situation arises, then that can hinder your performance as an educator. So yes, that does affect your growth professionally, especially if you're planning on moving up in the ranks. If you want to move up from being a teacher to a teacher leader, from a teacher leader to a department chair, from a department chair maybe to a assistant principal, or to a principal, or to a curriculum director. You have to know all those things, and part of that is the growth of you as the educator, and all of those different professional developments play a part in it. I agree with that, yes. You have to have those. And I agree. I know it's monotonous and boring a lot of times because it's the same trainings. And I wish that there was a way to make them fun and entertaining, but sometimes you just have to do them. Yes, and some of them are online now. Yeah, we have to do the cafeteria one. Yeah, the one. Yeah, yes, the one that's the cafeteria one that we have to do, the food one. I don't remember what it's called right off the top of my head, but yes, we have to do that one, and it's online. Yes, yeah. Well, I believe Ms. Vines had said that they're looking into sometime in May purchasing the gifted and talented curriculum online to do our those of us that have our GATE certifications for our updates, so that we can do our online updates instead of having to do them face to face. So that's more professional development that'll be online. And all of that goes towards the growth of an educator. Yes, excellent points, guys. Yes. To wrap it up, I want to thank you for your time. If you have any other things, you may continue to type. I think we've covered just about everything. You've been wonderful. I really appreciate you spending, I'm not sure how long we've spent in here, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. Maybe an hour. Actually, I think it's been almost an hour in this meeting. I really appreciate, because it's almost 6:30 now. I really appreciate the time and the effort that you've put into this. Y'all have given me a lot of great responses, lots of good information. I will read back through all of this. I'm going to put together a short little 2 to 3 minute, maybe 4 minute little video for the administrative team. I told them I was going to do that as part of my leading video that this is part of. I told them instead of presenting it to them face to face, I was going to do, since it's technology related degree, it's going to be technology related presentation, and so they're going to get it through video. And so I'm going to present the 2 to 3 minute video, maybe 4 minutes, depending on how long it is, to them, in the form of a video of our findings of what y'all came up with, what y'all, how y'all felt about the professional development, and how it pertained to the growth of you as an educator. And again, I really appreciate your time, and look forward to us doing some more meetings like this. Those of you that are not in my action research project this year, look forward to maybe having you participate in my action research projects next year. Maybe you'll see the fun that we have with using like Google Hangouts and some of the stuff you can use and have in your classroom. So again, thank you. Have a good rest of the afternoon, and see y'all bright and early at work in the morning. Thanks. Goodbye. Good morning, administrators. It is Tuesday, April 12th, 2016, and we are starting our weekly admin team meeting. I spoke to you a few times in the previous weeks about presenting my findings of the leading video meeting, which was going to cover the thoughts of the staff over the importance of professional development on their growth as educators. I figured I would do that via video since this is a technology-related program that I'm presenting this for. Last week, I held the meeting with several teachers via Google Hangouts, and I compiled their thoughts from the meeting. Yes, the professional development we receive is extremely important for the success of the teacher and is required for our growth. Without learning, there is no growth. Without growth, there can be no wisdom. The staff values the time spent in training and feels that it is worthwhile. They realize they have 1,000 other things that they could be working on, but they also see the value in the professional development that they receive each year at the beginning of the year and throughout. Although sometimes boring and mundane, it is required by law and is critical to the overall well-rounded growth of the entire educator. It is invaluable to their growth as educators and teachers. Throughout those first few weeks, the training they receive expands their knowledge base in classroom management, learning styles, curriculum, district and campus policies and procedures, and multiple other areas depending on their subject area. A few of the other points to take away from the meeting, which I would also like to present to you now, are these. 1. Most of the district trainings are repeated year after year. There is no reason for them to sit through the same trainings. They have requested new professional development, but their requests have fallen on deaf ears. They would like to see if you, the administration team, could check into this. 2. Split up the new teachers and the veteran teachers. Again, this has been requested year after year. These teachers repeated the trainings would be beneficial for the new teachers, but not for them because they've had them before, but because they have never had them before, but would allow the veteran teachers to participate in different trainings even if they are online. This will help grow a more defined educator. A large portion of these Houston trainings could be done via web conference, such as Google Hangouts. We did our meeting via Google Hangouts and it worked great. They enjoyed being able to participate from anywhere. Everyone was able to provide input and it was easy to use. 4. More local professional development, especially in the area of technology and curriculum, before school starts. Often teachers need a refresher course of how to use all of the local resources. A one-day professional development would make a world of difference. 5th, please do not send us to or provide professional development just because it is the thing to do. Often these types of professional developments are wasted because it goes in one ear and out the other. The trainings are never fully implemented in the classroom and in many cases not even attempted. Survey the teachers first to see which areas they need the most growth in professionally before scheduling the training. Again, these are just a few of the things that came from the meeting. The teachers were very happy to participate and were more than willing to do so again later. If you need any additional feedback or comments concerning the professional development program, please contact me or them, and they will be happy to provide elaborations on those. Thank you for your time. Reflecting back on all that's been discussed, you can see that professional development is a core part of being a teacher. We've been ingrained with professional developments ever since I started teaching. You've got to have so many hours each year. You want to do this, you want to do that. You need curriculum development. You need classroom management development. You need to do professional development plans from your walkthroughs, your evaluations. All of that is relying on your professional development plans that the district has in place. What does the district offer? What can you find outside the classroom to work on? We're fortunate enough, our district provides us several online opportunities also to participate in online professional development plans. Those are available to us free of charge. They've already been paid for by the district. They send us the links and we log in and take them. The new one coming up, they're doing our Gifted and Talented in May, so that we can do our online refresher course for our certification. So that'll be another one that'll be online. But as you can see, the prevalence of professional development is what makes teachers teachers. I mean, how else will we know the new techniques, the new styles? How else do we find out what new curriculum is available? It's all through professional development. That's what makes us grow as teachers. How do we find out the new procedures, the new policies? That's professional development. It's all interrelated. It all makes us function. It all ties back to our professional growth, both academically, procedurally. Everything is tied to that. And yes, like we discussed previously, some of it is very mundane. It's very boring. And it's not very fun. I come from a world of technology, and everything is fun. Engineering, we do lots of projects, and it's all fun and games, and they do a lot of learning, and I do a lot of learning with them. And when some of these professional developments that you get into, they're not fun, and we just have to work through them. But that's part of growing, part of being an adult, and that's just a case in point. And that's a fact of life, and we have to have professional development. And it is key to us succeeding, to our students succeeding, to our schools succeeding. A quality professional development plan that is backed by administration, that is supported by administration. Without that, if the teachers aren't supported by administration to go out and get professional development, quality professional development at that, not just any professional development. It needs to be quality and relevant professional development that's going to help their students, help them as teachers. Otherwise, it's pointless. I can grow all I want to. If I'm not growing in the right areas, what good is that going to do me? What benefit is that going to give my students? What value added is that going to be to the school district, to my campus? It's not, and that's one thing that we need to focus on. Those dollars that are tax dollars that the citizens are paying in to the schools are hard to come by. Hardworking individuals pay those in to educate us, to provide our professional development, to educate the students, the leaders of tomorrow, the workers of tomorrow, so that we can educate more students tomorrow. So all of that is key. It all wraps together, and we have to realize that. We have to keep professional development on the forefront, keep it up there, quality programs backed by both campus and district personnel, and it needs to be quality programs. Thank you. This has been my leading video, and if you have any questions, please let me know.